Hey guys, this is a video on substitution, also called u substitution because we usually use the variable u to make our substitution. This is not a method of actually factoring. This is a strategy to make other methods of factoring a little bit easier and more straightforward. So it's not ever something that you have to use. It can just, from time to time, make your life easier. So in question number 1, we have a polynomial here. Again, this is a trinomial. We could use methods of factoring without substitution. But I'm going to go ahead and let u equal z squared. And if I do that and then substitute u back into my equation, sorry, not equation, polynomial, I will have 6u squared. Because if u is equal to z squared, and I square that, I'll have z to the 4th. So 6u squared minus 13u minus 5. So by letting u equal z squared, I have just turned this into like a nice quadratic polynomial. From here, again, I need another method of factoring. So since I have a trinomial, I'm going to create 4 terms and factor by grouping. So I know that I need to multiply to 6 times negative 5, which is negative 30, and I need to add to negative 13. And let's see, I think negative 15 and 2 will work for us. So I will have 6u squared minus 15u plus 2u minus 5. I'm going to go ahead and group and factor out my GCF. I'll have a 3u, 2u minus 5, plus, and I already have a 2u minus 5, so what I like to do is write a 1 here just so I don't forget to put it in the next step. So I have a 2u minus 5. So I end up with 2u minus 5 times 3u plus 1. And we're not done yet because we can't leave the u in the problem. We need to substitute the z squared back into our factors. So we will have 2 z squared minus 5 times 3 z squared plus 1 as our final factors. And we'll look at another example. This is an example where it's a little bit more helpful to use u substitution. And so here, I'm picking like the messy part. The part that makes it ugly or complicated or more difficult, that's what I'm picking to be the u. So in this case, I'm going to use u equals 2a minus 1. And then I'm going to substitute my u into my polynomial. So I'll have 10u squared minus 19u minus 15. And again, I have a trinomial. I'm going to create 4 terms and factor by grouping. So I need to multiply to get 10 times negative 15 is negative 150, and I need to add to get negative 19. So I could use a factor tree to help me to figure this out, but I see that I can use negative 25 and 6. So we'll have our 10u squared minus 25u plus 6u minus 15. We're going to group and factor out our GCF. 5u times 2u minus 5 plus 3 times 2u minus 5. So we'll have 2u minus 5 times 5u plus 3. So again, we have to substitute our 2a minus 1 back in for u. You don't want to leave it like this. This will not get you full credit. So we'll have 2 times, in parentheses, 2a minus 1 minus 5 times 5 times 2a minus 1 plus 3. And I'm going to simplify this sum. I'm going to distribute the 2. I have 2 times 2a is 4a. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2 minus 5. 5 times 2a is 10a. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5 plus 3. 4a minus 7 and 10a minus 2. And there's actually one more step that I can take because I have a GCF that I can factor out for 10a and negative 2. I can factor out a 2. So I'll have 2 times 4a minus 7 times 5a minus 1.